In today's video, I'll be sharing the top 7 things that they don't tell you about writing and publishing. Starting with the fact that writing and publishing a book can be an emotional roller coaster. So there are so many highs and lows during the writing journey that I think it's important that you know this right now. So initially you'll have an idea for a book, and then you're going to work through a series of questions that you're going to be asking yourself. Questions like, is my writing good enough? Am I capable of writing an entire book? Will anyone even purchase a copy of my book? And then once you work through these initial questions, you'll start the writing process. As you're writing your book, you're going to have a series of emotions. Depending on the day, you may read what you've written and think it's the most amazing writing that you've ever read. And then on another day, you may feel like it is the absolute worst writing that you've ever read. And you will flip-flop through these emotions during the entire process. You'll finally get finished with your first draft, and then you're going to seek out an editor. And that's going to take you through a series of highs and lows again, because maybe no one has ever read your writing, or maybe it's only been family and friends. The next 4 to 6 weeks after giving your manuscript to the editor, you're going to be on pins and needles because you don't know what they're going to think about your writing. They'll finally give your manuscript back to you, and then you're going to have to work through those suggestions. You'll finally get to your second draft, and then you'll seek out beta readers who, again, is going to take you through a series of highs and lows. And then you'll hand your manuscript off to the next set of editors. Then you'll wait on their feedback, and then finally get to your final draft. Eventually, you'll make the decision that you're ready to publish, and you will put your book up on Amazon or whatever platform it is that you're trying to publish to, and then you're going to get your proof copy. And oh my goodness, it's going to be such a high. Seeing the physical copy of your book is going to be so exciting. And then you're going to make the decision to finally publish your book, and then it will be available for everyone to see. And then you're going to have to wait for the reviews to come in, and those reviews will also make you have a series of highs and lows. I'm sharing this with you because this is a realistic representation of the highs and lows that happen once you write and publish your book. Even as a veteran author, someone that has been writing for so many years, I still feel these series of emotions. Yes, it's a bit scary, but it is absolutely a part of the process, and I want you to know about it now. The next thing you need to know is that you may not be motivated the entire time you're writing your book. Motivation fluctuates, so it's important that you focus on consistency and not motivation. Another thing that they're not sharing is how much of a time commitment writing and publishing requires. So on average, I like to tell my clients that it takes about a year to write and publish your first book. However, you need an additional 1 year after you publish your book to focus strictly on the marketing of your book to ensure that it's successful. What will often happen is that people will market their book for 1, maybe 2 months after they've published, and then they'll say that their book isn't selling. The truth is that publishing requires time. Remember, you need to learn your target audience, you need to learn what their expectations are, you need to learn where they are on the internet, and again, that takes time, and you need to dedicate the time to figuring this out. Another thing is that your marketing efforts may not result in sales, at least not initially. Basically what that means is that you may be putting in a lot of effort in marketing your book on social media, maybe even in real life, but you don't see the sales to reflect all of the hard work that you put in. And I want you to know that it is absolutely normal. Just like I told you earlier, you're still learning your target audience. You're learning where they are. You're learning what engages them and makes them want to purchase. So initially, you're going to be marketing and trying to engage and attract your audience. So some of your marketing efforts will not result in sales. But if you stay persistent with it, it will eventually end up in sales. With that being said, they also don't tell you about the unexpected benefits of those marketing failures. So of course, there may be times where you feel discouraged because it feels like you're putting in a lot of effort, but I can assure you that this is a part of the publishing journey, learning who your target audience is and learning how to appeal to them. So what you're going to do is you're going to take all of the things that didn't work and you're going to apply new strategies so that you can realign your marketing strategy to what actually works for your target audience. Next up is the role of serendipity, and I could probably do an entire video on this topic alone, but basically what I'm talking about are those chance encounters or those unexpected opportunities that you'll receive as a result of publishing your book. Basically what I want you to know is that everything will not be in your control, but everything is working to your benefit. The last and final thing that they aren't sharing with you are the long-term effects of publishing a book. Before I even get into that, I first want to share how much of a huge accomplishment it is to sit down and commit yourself to the writing process, and that is something that you should absolutely be proud of. You can now go into rooms and introduce yourself as a writer, as an author, and that is something to be extremely proud of. I can say personally that becoming a published author has changed the entire trajectory of my career. Initially, I was working in finance, and then I finally made the decision to write and publish my first book. And since then, I have gone on to write numerous other books, and it has absolutely changed what I thought I would be doing in my life. I went from working in finance to being a writing coach as well as developmental editor, and it has opened so many additional opportunities, especially ones that I never dreamed of, and it will absolutely do the same for you. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, all of my links will be in the description box below, and make sure you check out my next video where I'll walk you through the exact steps for creating a journal.